Welcome to this week's WWE Raw Recap Show brought to you by RP2 Division. Now here is your host, Ronald Ray.
Hello, ma'ams and sirs. I'm your host, Ronald Ray, your boy with a cornbread accent, and this is this week's Raw Recap Show. This week's Raw takes place at American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas. This is also the go-home show before Saturday night's Crown Jewel Premium event. Okay, we got to say premium event now, I guess. They're no longer pay-per-views. They're premium events to be broadcast on the Peacock channel. And oh my gosh, we don't have a 30-minute let's do this right here, right now opening segment. What are we to do with ourselves? Hey, I guess we'll just start out with a wrestling match. This one is Bianca Belair, the Raw Women's Champion, against Nikki Cross. Bianca approaches with caution since, Nikki's all crazy, They lock up with Belair getting the advantage, pushes her in the corner, gives her a few little shoulder tackles to the midsection, overpowers her again when Cross attempts to do a sunset flip, but Cross would get the advantage by using those crazy brawling tactics. Belair would do her comeback strut, though, hitting a 30-minute suplex, or some people call it stalling suplex. Me and my friends used to call it the 30-minute suplex. Anyway, they both end up outside, and of course, you know what happens then. Here comes Io Sky and Dakota Kai. They came in to distract the referees so that Bayley could run Belair into the ring post. Then Cross would dispose of all the members of Damage Control, only to be met with a KOD from Belair, which this would give Belair the W. Damage Control would get their wits back together, and they would start to attack Bianca Belair. This is before Alexa Bliss and Asuka would run in and make the save. Asuka and Alexa Bliss would get a shot at the women's tag team titles later tonight in the main event. This was supposed to be the split screen sit down interview segment with Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley. Not today. Brock Lesnar comes to a ring repping the Megadeth t-shirt. Pretty cool. Makes me wonder, since they were in Texas, I wonder if Brock Lesnar got any honey in today. Anyway, he calls out Bobby Lashley. Lashley spews a hit, and here we go. A nice pull-away fight where they had to use refs, agents, and other wrestlers to break them up. Triple H even got between them saying, hey, if you guys don't stop, your Crown Jewel match will be off. And this coming in with the matches today. Here we have a match between Austin Theory against the United States Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins. Did they say heavyweight or just U.S. Champion? God, I'm so old school. Anyway, this is Austin Aries against Seth Rollins. This was a really good match. I think this is, I would say this is probably my favorite match of the night. Austin Theory is just really good, like I said before. And Seth Rollins, what can you say about Seth Rollins? That hasn't been said before. Anyway, Rollins got the shine early, using his experience to always be one step ahead of Theory. This match really did tell a pretty good story here. Pay attention here. Theory would get the advantage, though, by pushing Rollins off the ropes when Rollins was trying to do a springboard move. They had a little scrimmage outside that would have the outcome being Rollins eating some commentator table. Rollins would get the pin, though, by slamming Theory's face first into the canvas, escaping a pedigree, again, using that experience, then quickly hitting a curb stop for the W. Now we have probably the longest interview segment of the night. Don't know what was longer, the promo part or Roman Reigns' entrance. Anyway, Basically, this was Romo with a promo hyping his match with Logan Paul at Crown Jewel. Miz will come out and try to make a deal. Miz would tell Paul's weaknesses if Roman Reigns would take care of the person who won't be named later, which is Loomis. Then Roman asked why is everybody talking about the possibility of Logan knocking out Reigns, and at that moment he hit a Superman punch on The Miz. Then stated, hey, when he could easily knock out Logan Paul. And that was the end of that segment, thank goodness. Backstage, we see Miz nursing his jaw, and Mustafa Ali would come in to, mess with him a little bit, because it looked like their match was going to be canceled. And of course, I guess Mustafa, I forgot how they pronounce it. It looks like Mustafa to me. Sorry. Anyway, he comes in, I guess they're trying to portray him as a quick-witted guy. Also, mentions that everything's bigger in Texas except for Mrs. Balls. They had an infatuation with Mrs. Balls, I guess. But that would cause the match be right back on. Next up, we'll have a match between Carl Anderson of the OC with Luke Gallows and AJ Styles in his corner against Damian Priest, along with the rest of the Judgment Day, Dominic Guerrero, Finn Balor, and Rhea Ripley. Starts with Anderson getting a shine a little bit. He'll send Priest out on the floor. Dominic will distract Anderson, though, leading to Priest getting the shine. Priest will get a 2 count and ask Anderson, you wanted more pain? He kept punishing him. Get it? Punishment, Martin? Never mind. Anyway, the finish of the match would have Damian Priest go for the Reckoning. Anderson will reverse it and turn it into a backslide. 1, 2, 3. Carl Anderson will be the winner of this match. However, the rest of the OC and Judgment Day will get in the ring and start a good old-fashioned brawl. And it looked like the OC was getting the upper hand until that demon woman, Rhea Ripley, gave Gallows a nut shot. This is 2 weeks in a row he gave him a nut shot. Anyway, they set up and held down Carl Anderson so Finn Balor can hit the coup de grace. Damian Priest, I was about to call him Punishment Martinez. Damian Priest would nail AJ Styles with a Razor's Edge. They lay AJ out more, so Dominic Mysterio will hit the Frog Splash. And the people left standing were the Judgment Day again. Maybe they'll figure out a way to neutralize Rhea Ripley here eventually. Maybe at the Crown Jewel. That might spark a little interest. Now we have probably my favorite person that comes on Raw now, JBL. He comes out praising Texas, being a proud Texan he is. Says all these great things. Even kind of drops the scuffle between Nolan Ryan and Robin Ventura. If you don't know who Nolan Ryan is, he was a Hall of Fame pitcher who never won a Cy Young. I think because he just had crappy teams. But I think he had like 7 no-hitters in his lifetime. And this is, he was getting there in age. And I forgot who he's playing for. But anyway, Robin Ventura was up to bat, and I don't think he really meant to. It was just one of those things that happened. But Nolan Ryan threw it, and he threw 95. I mean, even at this age, I believe he was still throwing like 95. Some serious gas. Anyway, it being Robin Ventura. Robin Ventura, got his feelings hurt, so he thought he decided to, rush the mound against Nolan Ryan and paid for it dearly. Anyway, after he praised Texas and all this stuff, he went back and said, "Yeah, Texas was a great place for you millennials and Gen Zers, whatever, came in and really trashed the place." And how it was actually fun. I don't know. Of course, somebody had to put in his ear. Corey Graves said, "Hey, have you been to Austin lately?" Which, I mean, I don't mean to sound political or whatever, but I've talked to a couple people that lived for a long time in Austin, and things kind of happen. People from one area uh, moved there, and pretty much they were, they helped kind of cause what they were leaving to happen in Austin, which anyway made Austin become a kind of a crap hole. Anyway, Corbin would come out, talk about how great he is. This would bring out R-Truth, make fun of the costumes that JBL and I was about to say and Corbin was wearing. Sorry, I'm getting flustered here. Anyway, JBL was basically making fun of R-Truth's intelligence and making fun of his outfit too, and basically all it came down to was R-Truth got mad, gave a couple shots to JBL, a couple shots to Corbin, and put his attention back to JBL, but Corbin came out, hit him from behind, and him with the end of days. This segment was actually kind of funny. I was entertained. Next up, we had a match that was called the Trick or Street fight match. Basically, it was a street fight with weapons out, decorated in Halloween colors and everything, and had candy and jack-o'-lanterns. Riddle will come out first dressed up as Ezekiel with Elias in his corner. Then the Alpha Academy came out dressed up as Patrick Swayze and Chris Farley's Chippendales Saturday Night Live characters. I don't know if any of you kids remember that one. But yeah, that's one segment I probably could have done without. But anyway, Otis would use his power, dance moves, and interference from Chad Gable for advantage, but it ended up Matt Riddle would hit the RKO as Otis had a pumpkin on his head. He would get the win, and then they celebrated, ate candy. I really don't know what they did. But anyway, yeah, this match I could really. I mean, I like Matt Riddle, but this is probably wasn't a great outing for none of these guys. I mean, somewhat entertaining, but probably because I was getting a little tired too at this point. Another good match tonight was The Miz versus Mustafa Ali. The Miz came out still selling his jaw, which he used to distract Ali to take a early advantage. Ali would get some shine as he ducked a clothesline, faked a right hand for a schoolboy roll for a 2 count, then hitting a atomic drop on the Miz, and then he's jumped around, started holding his own crotch, and screamed out something about Miz having tiny balls. Yeah, they had some infatuation with Miz's balls on this show. The end came when Miz was outside and was grabbed by Loomis, who was outside in the fans area. Miz would get free, then Loomis jumped out, then all the security ran out for him. One security guard did a total, this leap right over the guardrail. Miz, while he was in shock, ate a Ali's super kick. Then Ali hit the 450 splash. Ali gets a W in this situation. Then we had the Johnny Gargano tell-all interview. Basically, this was okay, I guess. He had a little conspiracy theory that Loomis was actually working for The Miz, and The Miz was actually faking these attacks. A little art imitating life, or art imitating art for other celebrities. But anyway, this is a way for Miz to get attention, and like I said, this is John Gargano's little conspiracy theory. Yeah, it's kind of cute. It could be. This was kind of entertaining. Might be interesting to see where this goes. It is main event time for your WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. It will be Io Sky and Dakota Kai against Asuka and Alyssa Bliss. Bliss will start off with Sky, and Bliss using that 5 feet of fury to take the early advantage. Sliding clothesline will give Sky the advantage. This is really a 50 match. Shine, come back, little heat, shine, whatever. Nothing too big, but it was not as good as I've seen them, any of these women be in lately, but I guess it served its purpose. The finish came with Sky having the upper hand, looking to put away Bliss. Sky got laid out by Asuka. This will lead to Bianca and Bayley starting a little brawl outside. Bayley would actually put Bianca through a table by nailing the belly to Bayley from the top of some speakers. Then we get back to the ring. Asuka makes a comeback, lays out Io Sky, sets her up, and tags Alyssa Bliss. Alyssa Bliss will hit the twist of bliss blissfully, and that would be the 1, 2, 3. And your new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions is Alexa Bliss and Asuka. Well, I might have to do a little ad-libbing here I barely do good with some notes written down. This premium event, pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it, might not happen, since looks like that might be some fight going on with in Saudi Arabia. I wish I could pull it up. Forgot if it was Iraq or Iran and Iraq together against Saudi Arabia, but there's a good chance this pay-per-view might not happen. If I was Triple H, I'd be like, no, not today, folks. And it's, let's say, we had a good build-up, okay build-up show. I mean, the only thing that would make me, look forward to it would have been Lesnar and Bobby Lashley, but I think they need to not worry about the money and kind of just run a house show, or just have this premium event somewhere else if they can. I guess it'd be kind of hard to book an arena over the weekend. I'm pretty sure all these arenas and in this country anyway would be booked already, maybe, but yeah, if I was a betting guy, I would almost think this pay-per-view will not be happening. So anyway, that'll be it for this week's WWE Monday Night Raw recap show. You folks take it easy and have a good one.
We here at RP Tube Vision would like to thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Also check out friends of the show Ecolife Natural for home-crafted candles, hand cloth, and other home and personal goods. Look them up on Facebook. Link will be available below.